These are 4 chocolate cakes that I baked, 6-inch in diameter each. So I just took it out of the oven, so it's pretty hot. I just want to show you how the cakes easily detach from the pan using a non-stick mix that I make out of all-purpose flour and oil. Okay, so there. You can see the 4 cakes. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's generally the yield of one recipe of chocolate moist cake that I mix. Either I make 4 pieces of 6 inches of cake per batch, or I make 2 pieces of 8-inch in diameter. So, you touch it, it bounces back, then that's done. I don't do the toothpick test. All I do is just press the top, and if it springs back, then it's done. Okay, so I'll be putting on plastic gloves to unmold, or to show you how I unmold the cakes. Just use a regular table knife. Plastic gloves. The quantity or the ratio that I use for the non-stick mix that I brushed the pan with before I poured in the batters is 2 parts oil with 1 part flour. This is the mixture that I have left behind. Wait, I'll show you. Just get it. Again, that's 2 parts vegetable oil and 1 part flour. What do I mean with that? If you're using 1/4 cup of oil, you'll just need 1/8 cup of flour. So this is the mixture that I use to brush the pan with. It's just oil and flour. See? Okay, now some non-stick mixes make use of 1 part flour, 1 part lard or shortening, and 1 part oil. That gives you sort of a paste mixture that you brush the pan with. That's also good, especially for heavier cakes or for breads. This one, I like this consistency because it brushes better on pans. So here, this is the cake. So see, it springs back nicely. It's still pretty hot, so well, my tolerance to heat is a bit high, so I can unmold one and show you. Okay, here's one. See, it actually pushes itself away from the pan already. I haven't run the knife around the cake yet, so let's do that now. I'll use the blunt side of the knife, press it to the wall of the pan. That way I don't cut portion of the side of the cake. I'm just loosening it and lift it a bit, and see, push it in and then lift it up, but not actually slicing it. So that part is loose. This one also needs loosening up. It's pretty hot, so I'm only taking like 2 to 3 seconds touching one part. So flip it over, and it's actually loose from the pan. See? Beautiful. That's the base. you can see that it doesn't have any toasted area. It actually helps in distributing the heat in the pan, and you can see some of the white spots here. These are okay because it's the oil and flour. So in a way, what we brush on the pan is the one that get cooked first, cooked first, and then the batter is cooked. So it's really really moist. And this one is supposed to be a heavy or really stack cake for stacking. So it's firm. It's pretty fluffy to press right now because it's still hot, and it comes back to shape, and that's fine. This is a chocolate cake that you don't really have to pour syrup over it. The only time I put syrup is when I do spiked cakes, like I have to incorporate brandy or rum. There, see? So let's check out the other pans and see if any batter is stuck on it. Here's the second pan. Still pretty hot. Let's see if it'll unmold itself even without running the knife through the sides and base. So flip it and just give it a wiggle. It's really hot. Hey, it detached. And it's really hot. But it detaches, so the mixture, the non-stick mix worked. So I'll just let it cool completely inside the pan. I'll be unmolding the mold later. And I'll be trimming off the bumps. There. Most of the time we use the bumps for cake pops or cake trimmings that we need to patch up some parts of a decoration, like we mash it together with ganache and then shape it and then coat it with fondant, and then maybe that becomes an arm of a 3D figure cake. So that's it. So nothing goes to waste because the bumps, when these are off, it gets cut off. It can still be used for what, biscotti, chocolate biscotti, or chocolate cake toast. We also do cake crumbs for cake in a jar, and then cake pops most of the time, and sometimes we layer it with more icing, and then we make it like a zuppa and put it in bowls. Maybe put ice cream, yum. So those are the options that you have, or eat it as cake trimmings. So that's it. I hope this helps you in being able to unpan your cakes and limit the possibility of getting your cakes stuck into the pan, because I know that is so frustrating after mixing the batter and all of that, especially if you don't have your own mixer. You have to mix everything by hand, and we know how difficult that is. So we can't let the cakes, once it is done, stick to the pan, because we need the cake on pan, right? So I hope it helps. Thank you for watching.